everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Chiefs going up against the Raiders. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway. On is fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries for an even 100 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 119 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 93 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
you'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
12 more yards there and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for KC. 72 yards. They'll try to run it in, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's their quarterback, his first touchdown on the year, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll, and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the...
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Let's go!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They run a draw here on second down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And he loses the football a second time. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect him. It means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. As they run left side. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 7 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wiggles free. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And to give this time to the tailback. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is level. Knocked down hard. Red zone opportunity. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Oh, good move. And now running right through it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And it's up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, a 22.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now here's a carry heading left. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Jamal Charles in the game. He gets the call here. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 28. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at the 15. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah,
and he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, they'll throw. Now he's forced out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Cooper's got it. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum. People are going to go for it on 4th down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. The numbers tell the story. Not the best start, but it's not often how you start, it's how you finish. And since that start, he's been good.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now in desperation, it's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Oakland. 44 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down following the run.
Here we go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to let it fly. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Well,